1 week after Mary's birth, her father James V of Scotland died. The Scottish lords found it difficult to respect the Queen at such a young age, so by 1548 Mary was sent to France for her own safety. So growing up as a young girl, Mary lived in France. At the age of 15, Mary got married to the King of France, who was 14 at the time. Mary lived a luxury life while in France. She traveled very often and spent a lot of the time on education. She learned how to speak French, Latin, Spanish, and some ancient Greek. She also learned how to play the lute with great skill. She had a religious teacher that was a monk from the religious house in Inchmahome, Scotland. This gave her very strong views on religion. As Mary aged 18 in 1561, she returned to Scotland as the Queen of Scots. Soon, Mary got married to her cousin Lord Darnley at the age of 22 and got pregnant. She was also spending a lot of time with her Italian secretary, David Rizzio. Darnley got violently jealous of Rizzio and decided to stab him to death. That changed Mary's love for Darnley to fear. On the night of 10th of February, 1567, a loud explosion was heard. Lord Darnley's dead body was found in the garden of the exploded house. It was thought that James Hepburn, the Earl of Bothwell, was suspicious of committing this crime, and he was tried in court for Darnley's murder. 3 months later, Mary married Bothwell. People turned against Mary for this act, thinking that she and Bothwell have planned Darnley's murder. The Scots nobles didn't like this either, so they prepared an army and two sides met at Carberry Hill in June 1567. However, there was no battle. Bothwell just deserted Mary and escaped to Denmark, where he had died as an alcoholic. Mary was then arrested and taken to prison at Lochleven Castle. She agreed to give up the crown to her son, who became King James VI. After 10 months, she escaped and slipped out of the castle to a waiting boat with the help of Willie Douglas and his brother. She then fled to England, where she hoped her cousin Elizabeth would look after her. Her thoughts were completely wrong.